Alright, today's a bit of a different video. We're actually going to show how to maintenance and switch out the ball latch in the Tippman Gryphon FX or the Tippman Gryphon. They are both identical. Nice. Oh yeah, and these are all the tools you'll need. You'll just need some Allen wrenches and a screwdriver. That's pretty much it. A Phillips head. Alright, so once you have your tool set and you got everything ready, you're going to want to unscrew everything with the Phillips head that is being pointed to at the screen. Everything that's being pointed to, just go ahead and unscrew that, and then you will notice that this side will pop off and this side will pop off. But very slowly, after you take this side off, very slowly lift this side off, which I will show you. Alright, so now after you have gotten all of the screws off, you are going to want to flip it over, and this side should, you can kind of just put your finger, yeah, you'll see it will literally start to pop off, and it should just pop off. You may have to put a little force or kind of, yep, there you go, push from right over there, and it will just pop straight off, just like that. This will be that side, you can just keep that there. And then this side should as well. Then just, you see this side, you can flip it over. But be a little careful when you flip it over. And then you lift this side, because you will notice now this is actually the inside of your gun. This is your bolt. So yeah, now you kind of want to just keep this. You can take it out, but if you notice, before you take it out, just notice what it is connected to. And realize that you will have to connect it to both of those notches before you take it out. But yeah, if you want to just go ahead, take that out, put that to the side, and then do not touch these two. Do not touch these. You don't want to mess with these. And we're just going to flip it over, and then you will notice that there are more Phillips head screws, which I will put more arrows to right here. Boom, boom, boom. And we're just gonna go ahead and unscrew those, and then we'll show further maintenance because we're pretty much right inside the gun now. So now we have just taken out all the Phillips head screws out of this side now, and you notice we have to take out this Allen wrench, and then this barrel thread will just slide and pop right off very easily. And there is a screw on both sides. All right, here we go. Let's keep those together, and then you will see this just pop straight off. May just pop off, which is fine. Keep that together with your Allen screws. Okay. Now we basically just ended with the Allen wrenches, Allen screws right here that we told you about. This part is important. This thing involves like your trigger and stuff, so it's very important that this stays together. We may actually have to take this Allen wrench screw out. Let me check. Yes, we do. Okay. All right, take this out down here. Should have not got her inverse energy to do this, man. Could have just played with it. It's fine. I want to switch out the phone. gosh, bro. You for real with this? Okay. Anything fall out with that? No, that's just gonna stay in there. That's cool. All right. So now everything is taken out from all the way over, all the screws. We are now gonna do kind of what we did with the frame, and you're gonna want to take your finger and kind of try to slowly just separate this. And you don't want to break it open. You don't want to rip it open because it'll just the insides will just explode everywhere. There's not that much, but there is tiny pieces that you just don't want to lose. So just slowly take your time. There's no point to mess it up. All right. And it will be a little difficult, a little more difficult than the frame, which is fine. That's normal. All right. There we go. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna very slowly lift mine here, kind of. Okay. Yeah. So you see, that's why there's two pins right here, and these pins, if they would have just gone flying out, then it could have just messed with the trigger system right here, which I'll get a close up as well. So all right, this is the side of your gun that doesn't really matter. This is just basically gonna snap back on when you go to screw it on. But yeah, so we're gonna set this to the side for a second. So this is basically the inside now of a Gryphon, Tippman Gryphon. We have the airway. Basically, that's just what powers the entire gun. We have the ball latch, which this is what we're gonna replace. Just to do it for tomorrow. Um, this is your trigger system. So if anything did fly out and you need to rebuild it, there's a nice little close up. And basically, then this is your bolt. Yeah. So it actually looks pretty good. I don't need to do much here at all. I'm just going to simply push this back, as so you saw that just slides straight forward and back. And I'm just gonna switch out this ball latch just to do it. You know, usually we actually switch out ball latches when they look like this. This is one that I switched out of Tristan's gun. This one actually looks to be in pretty good condition, you know? So you do want to make sure that it is facing the correct way. There is an incorrect way to do this. I will put a link to these in the description, by the way. These are good just to have on hand. Most all paintball guns use these. So what this actually does is it pushes down every time that you shoot a paintball. So you want to make sure that it is facing this way, which I will show you in closer terms. I just got to push it down here. So actually, really quick before I show you, to install it, even if you do it wrong, but to install it, push it down right there, and it's very easy to tell where it goes. It's like engraved. You just slide it; it just pops straight in. This little thing slides. Slide it forward until it like crushes it. Boom. And now you have installed a ball latch into your Tippman Gryphon. So yeah, while you have it like this, you may as well just clean out some like of the hopper feed, you know. Get a rag, but just really try and keep everything together. Um but yeah, so once you've done everything that you want to do with that, just we'll skip to the next step. Okay, so now putting it back together. So now we have put our new ball latch in. We're gonna put this stuff to the side. So now putting it all back together. It's as easy as taking it apart. So you do want to make sure that this thingy. Oh wait, sorry, really quick about the ball latch, by the way. Okay, it practically doesn't let you. No, it does. All right. Do not do this. No, that's not what you want. That is what you want. you will notice that there's this little hole. You want that hole facing this. It's a little difficult to show. See that hole? Yeah. Alright. So now, putting it all back together, we've shown you what to do with that. So make sure that this is shoved down so it stays there. And then make sure that that hole is facing the other side. And why that's important is because that hole connects this to this. But it connects everything. So you got to make sure that's together. Alright, putting it back together. Let's do it. So basically, you're just going to drop this frame until it aligns and kind of just wiggle it down. And boom. Kind of smack it down, honestly. Make sure it's actually there, tight and secure. Alright, let's go ahead and throw on the barrel socket thing. So this is done and we don't have to worry about this. We'll go ahead and do the Allen wrench stuff first, just to get out of the way. Alright, now Allen screw that should have kept a little separate from everything just because this is a little bit of an important screw. Alright, make sure that one is nice and snug. Alright, and that was the last of the Allen wrenches. So now you're basically just going to go ahead and take your Phillips head screwdriver and just fill in every single... You're just going to fill in every single Phillips head screw that you see. Or basically everything that you took out, you're just going to put back in now. We're just rebuilding it. Alright, after you have now screwed in everything on this side, you're going to want to go ahead and flip it on over. And now hopefully you made sure that that little hole is there, because what you're going to now do is put this little metal piece in the said hole that I just showed you, and then push this backwards. You see how I can move it forwards and backwards? Align it with this metal piece over here. And I will show you in more detail real quick. This metal hole right here. Yep, there you go. So, we want to go ahead and align that in there. And then that in there. Just like that. And it will just snap straight back in, and it will not move because it is like basically locked in. And then yeah, so that's basically the hardest part on this side. Okay, so now continuing the rebuild, we're just going to take the right side now and put that on. Just push that down a little bit, make sure that's good, and then once again we are going to just... Alright, so for the next step on the rebuild, it's a little bit weird because you actually have to take this side, push it down, and then you have to take the other side of the frame, lift the gun, and then just go ahead. I'll do that in frame. Go ahead and just, it just pops kind of in. It just pops straight in. Yep, you hear that snap? Very quality. And then boom. You will then turn it to the side that has all of these screw holes, and then you will just, we will do exactly what we did with the inner frame. We will just screw everything back into place. Alright. Alright, now that everything is all good. So, I know I didn't actually really show it, but, I mean, this is just a hopper holder. I feel like people know how to do this, you know? But, yeah, you just pop that on. Allen. Allen's screw just goes through. I guess some people don't know about it. There we go. Alright, well, I'll just tighten that a little bit, or loosen it a little bit, so it can fit a hopper. So yeah, give it a couple of cocks, make sure it still shoots, sounds like it did before. But you actually look down the barrel, which you're not supposed to do, so you can just look. You'll notice that orange piece is actually sticking up now. So what that actually prevents, I guess I should explain that. When paintballs go down, it will actually, if this thing is just flat, if it is just flat, like this one, if it is just flat like this one, then paintballs will just roll straight down the barrel. And if they aren't doing that, then it may shoot 2 paintballs at a time. And if it's shooting 2 paintballs at a time, then you don't get the velocity. You don't get the velocity, you don't get the accuracy. So it's a huge snowball effect for something that you can get an 8-pack of these things on Amazon for, I don't know, I think it was like $10 or something. So I'll put a link to those in the description, but that is how you maintenance the ball latch and do basic maintenance on a Tippman Gryphon FX or Tippman Gryphon.